Mathematics Ordinary Level, Paper 2, 2024, Part 3. Question number 16. In an arithmetic progression, the 6th term is -2 and the 14th term is -18 respectively. Find the first term A and the common difference D. Okay, let's start. Finding, where will we find? It sequences the chapter, finding A and D in arithmetic progressions. And that's on page 213, example 42. Okay, so let's start with the example. So in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook, part 1. If the 6th term is -2 and the 14th term is -18. Okay, so let's start. It's -2 equals A plus D bracket 6 minus 1. Because remember the formula, and oh no, here's not the formula sheet. Okay, so the formula is Tn equals A plus bracket n minus 1 D. In AS level, you get the formula sheet. Okay, so I substitute that 6th term, which is -2, and then in the place of n, I just substitute 6. Then I do the same here. I substitute minus 18, A plus D, and then it's the 14th term, so it's 14 minus 1. So it's -2 equals A plus 6 minus, and that will be 5D, and that's question 1. And -18 equals A plus 13D, and that's equation 2. And actually, it's again solving simultaneously equations. Okay, so basically, I'm going to just multiply with a negative. So if I multiply this one with a negative, then I will get 2 equals A minus A. Just want to correct that. So that's a positive, this is a negative, this is a negative. 5D. It's still equation 1. And then I rewrite equation 2. That's equation 2. And I draw the line. Okay, and then I cancel. And this is -16. And that is equal to 13 minus 5. And that's 8D. And then I divide 8. And I divide 8. And I get that the value of D is -2. And now I just take one of the equations. I can take any one. So I think I can even take that original one there. That one I got there. So if I say -2 equals A plus 5D, which was equation 1, I substitute the D in. And then it's -2 equals A minus 10, and the value of A is -2 plus 10. The value of A is going to be 8. So the value of A is going to be 8. The value of D is going to be -2. Let's go to the exam report. So on the exam report, question 16. It's well answers. Many candidates could figure out the sequence. It was interesting to see candidates somehow knowing that the common difference was -2 without working visible. Many listed the terms of the sequence properly, and thus could identify the common difference and the first term. Okay, yes, that would help. So they gave you a mark for if you came to the 2 equations. And then they gave you for B1 for if you got the D. And so basically if you got, let me just write, if you got the D and if you got the A, they gave you another 2 marks. Question number 17. you will see this is a trapezium. Then they say calculate the area of the trapezium. Okay, so if you look in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook, page 503, that's part 2, grade 10, 11, then you will see in the table, you will find the formula, because you must just go and substitute in the formula. But first write down the formula. So the area equals a half sum of parallel sides times the height. So it's going to be a half, and this is the two parallel sides. So 4 plus 7, and the height is between the 90 degree line between the two parallel sides. So that's 4. Okay, you can further go and say this is 11 times 4, but at the end you get 22, and you just fill in the 22 there. Okay. The next question is sets. So where will I find this? I will find this in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook, the union and the intersection of sets. And you can go there on page, I think the best, it's such a short chapter. So you can just, but there you will find union. Okay, I'll come now to the complement that I'll show. We will also work with the complement in this question, complement. And then that we will find on page 71. So let's start. List all the elements of the following sets. So A, you can even say A equals, but it's all the elements in it. So, and I usually go numerical, so across it, it's 1, 2, and then 4, and then 5. We'll do it with a pencil if you cross. 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then you close. Okay, now here comes the first one. This is intersection. It means what is in A, that's also in B, and it's that too. So this is going to just be A intersection B. It's just going to be that 4 and 5. Now the nice thing, if you were using a pencil, you can just clean. Okay, and then you can just see that you wrote everything. And now this is the union of A and B. So it means I take this, but the complement C tells me the outside. So that is just going to be number 10 and 11, the outside. Okay, so A union B complement is just that 2 outside, and that's 10. So you cover that, all the elements of A and B, and you just look the rest, 10 and 11. Then question number B, state using set notation the relationship between set A and C. Where will you find subsets? So subsets or sets you will find on page 68 in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook. Now if you look at C, you will see it's inside, it's totally inside A. So you can say C is a proper subset of A. Okay. Or, as in the exam report, if you wrote that C is an element of A, that was also correct. But I think they were looking for this proper subset. So on the exam report, question number 17, the majority of candidates could recall and correctly substitute in the formula for finding the area of a trapezium. Excellent. Hence, this question was well answered. So you will get a mark for just substituting in the formula and for the final answer. Then the next one, part was satisfactorily well answered. However, part B was poorly answered. Candidates should be taught how to define the relationship of two sets using set notation. But there, all the elements must be in, all the elements there, all the elements there. And then the last part, number B. So do you see, C is a proper subset of A. They took that as correct. Or if you said C is an element of A, then they gave you 1 mark. Question number 19. The diagram shows the position of 2 people A and B. The bearing of a third person R from A is 0.62. The bearing of a person R from person B is 275. Using a protector, mark the position of person R accurately in the space above. Label it R. Okay, where will we find it in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook? We will find it at construction, how to draw an angle, or a line from an angle, and that will be on page 408. And then you can also look at bearings. This was in part 1 in the y equals mx plus c mathematics textbook, and then bearings, this will be on in the part 2 book, and that will be on page 480 and 481. And look at example 38, that reverse if it's from B to A. Okay, but let's start with the question. So I'm going to need my mathematical instruments. The bearing of a third person R. Okay, so I'm going to first do this one from A. So I'm going to look here, and I'm going to go to all my applications, and I'm going to look for my protector. Okay. So now I'm just going to start at A. As I said, I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to put it like this at A. Still not 100%. Must be exactly on that line. Okay. And now I'm going to measure, and how many? 62. So look at the inner one. Do you see the inner one? Okay, so there is the 60. Do you see? It's a bit unclear on mine, but 62. What I will do is I'll make it a bit bigger, and then maybe we see better. Yeah, I think I also see better now. So then I can maybe just move this one. I just want to let it pick up. Okay, so I can move this one exactly in the middle of that dot. And if I go to the 62, as I said, there's 62. I can look on this scale then, and I can just go there and make my 62, make a mark there. Okay, so what I do then is I take again this one. I will now bring it back, and I'm just going to take my ruler, and again I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm just going to turn it a bit around. Okay, so there is my ruler. Now I think I'm going to make it a bit smaller, because otherwise my ruler don't want to fit in. Okay, so I'm just going to mark this again, and here is my ruler, and it can now turn, and it can move, and I put it on that dot, and I start turning it until it's on that red mark. Okay, so just it's a bit turning, moving, turning, moving. Okay, and I'm marking there, and I'm marking there. Okay, and I'm marking there. Okay, and now I'm taking a pen or a pencil, a pencil. You can work always construction with a pencil, okay, but I'm just going to take it there, make sure it's a straight line, and then I'm just going to, okay, let's try again. Going to put it there, and there is my line. Okay, now I think it will be best if you don't make it too, if you extend it a little bit. So let's do it again. I'm going to do it again. I actually wanted to start at this point so that I can extend it a little bit. Okay, so there's my first one. You can do it more accurately than me with the technology. Okay, so now the first one is now this one, 275. Now, if I go to the 275, so what I'm going to do now, because the protector is just 180, so I will say 275. Okay, let's just not there in the space where I'm going to work. So make it rather here, 275, and I didn't write correctly, 275, and I subtract 180, just to see that angle, 95 on that side. Okay, so now I go to B, I take again my protector. Okay, I'm looking for it to turn again. So I will put it like this now. Okay, so let's just move. And then I'm going to still move it a little bit. Okay, so I'm putting it there. Okay, and then I'm going to now look for 95. So if I just move it again a bit down, so look at the one that starts with 0. So if you look at this one, you see there, do you see there? It starts at 0, 10, 20. So there, I'm going to look now for 95. And I'm going to do again the same. I'm going to make it just a bit bigger that you see better. So the 95, according to me, is going to be exactly there. Did you see that? Okay, so again I do the same. I take this and I move, and then from B, oh, did I just want to check? No, I didn't work for, I worked from N. Can we redo it again? So I make this mistake so that you be careful, that you don't make the mistake. Okay, so because what I did is I worked from there 95, and can I just show you? This angle must be from, I'm going to undo, but from here 95. I will now undo that line. So meaning it will be the 180 plus then that 95 will give me the 275. Did you see? So meaning this angle, can I just take another color again? This angle there up to must be. So from that B, did you see that? So can I just now take this and just clean this? And now it's correct. The protector is correct. But I must look at the one starting from here. Do you see? Because I'm working on this one. So let's just, I just want to make sure that I got this one out. Okay. So now the 95. So on the inside again. So the 95, it's, and again, I want to make it bigger that you can see better. Just trying to help you. I think you can do it better with your instruments. Okay, so there is 90. Do you see? So 95 will be there. Okay, there, but I mark it there. Okay, otherwise you mark on the protector. So again, I do the same. I'm going to make it smaller. And now I'm going to move it again. I just want to move this, and then I take again a ruler. Okay, so again your ruler, and again I must just turn it around, turn it a bit, because I'm looking at that little red mark. Do you see? Okay, turn it a bit. Okay, let's see. There is my red mark. Just look at the outside one, not the inside one. Okay, so it turned now on this red and on that point. So I take again my blue, I take my straight line, and it's actually better to start at the point so that I can just make it as long there. And then I can now start taking this instruments away. There, I take it away. And then there at the point that it intersects, that point will be R. And that's what they wanted you to do. Okay. And now I continue. They say, okay, so using protector, mark the position R accurately in the space above. Label it R. Calculate the bearing of A from R. Okay, so let's just quickly going to say it's A from R. But don't forget that when you were marking this one, can I just show you? This one was 62. So if I'm going to say, calculate the bearing of A from R, you can I just show you? If you're going to do a straight line there, okay, it's not, Let's go through that R. Okay. Can I just show you that this line will be parallel to this line? So this is my alternate angle. So what will this angle also be? 62. Now remember, you find the angle from there to there. So it's 180 plus 62, because R, the one that they say second, that's your center. So at R. So this one is just going to be 180 plus 62. And that's going to be 242 degrees. That's my final answer. And then they say the bearing of B from R. Now let's just see. B from R. Okay. Now let's just find this angle that we got there. So remember, B from R. This angle, can I just show you? When we were finding this angle, can you recall that this angle there, okay, I just want to get my pen correct. This angle there was the 180 and that was that 95. Did you see? Now, again, I can work with alternate angles. So don't measure, you have it. You did it accurately. So there is your Z. Do you see your Z? Can I show you your Z? Do you see your Z? Parallel lines. So this angle there is going to be 95. Can I just show it in another color? That angle there is going to be. So if they say B from R, R is the center, then that is 95. But how can you recall, how do we write it? If it's not 3, we put a 0 in front. So 0.95 degrees. And that's my final answer. Okay, so on the exam report, if you look here, this is question 19. Many candidates had very good attempts in answering this part question. Many of them could at least score a mark or out of 2. Many of those that only scored 1 mark was because they constructed lines that were not intersecting and therefore failed to get the position R. Okay, but can you see it? Looks according to us. So B1 for each construction line and lines for which is not intersecting but correct. Meaning, when will it not intersect? If you don't make it long enough. So make it long enough. That's very important. Okay, then the next one was then just calculation, 180 plus that 62, or you could have subtract. But as long as you came to that one, then you were correct. Okay, and then don't forget your 0. So 0.95. But it seems to me they gave you 1 mark if you, not 2, if you write 95. And they saw that in the answer. Or even if they saw the 85.
Exam tips!
Let's check your answers.
I tried 2 different methods. But then I realized my mistake. So I tried again. So my final answer is 6.
Wait, Anna, you can't leave both methods. You should delete the wrong one.
Upi is right. If you leave multiple methods, the examiner will only mark the first one, even if it's incorrect. Always cross out mistakes so your correct work is graded. Lesson learned?
Only keep the correct method.